And it couldn't come at a better time because the 3D printer just arrived yesterday. Good morning, Mission Control. It's a beautiful day. I actually get to wear less clothes today. I want to report my shoulder brace is really doing a great job. You can see it goes all the way across my body here, and the only thing that's bad about it is that it gets sweaty. And for the trade-off, you know, this thing sucks my shoulder in. It's definitely worth getting sweaty for. Yesterday I had a great day, had the neighbors over. Some volunteers came and helped us out. Thank you so much to Wrangler Star for everything you're doing for us, really appreciate it. And we got the framing and everything pretty much done on the lower section of the shop, but we still have a lot to do. Today I'm kind of on my own. I got some help coming. But today I'm the guy who's going to be making all the calls on the cuts and the framing and everything. Kind of geared up today. I actually got my old belt out, got my screws in. You know, kind of the basics. I'm not a carpenter, so what I'm about to say is for the people who are like brand new. You know, having a belt is great. You want one. They have them with the suspenders on it. That's better. That's what all the pros have because they're carrying around all day. You don't want to keep hiking it all up, having it drop on you, and then it's all on your hips, and it kind of walks funny that way. But I've had this one for a while, and I really love it. Good enough. Got my level, short level there. My chalk line here. Chalk line is really important to have. I've got more than enough markers. I got a marker here, 2 markers here, a piece of paper. Got my hammer. Got my screw gun all set up. Well, that's pretty much the basics of what I need to be doing this job here. What I would like to get is a speed square that fits in this thing. I think I might need a few more pockets. I've lost quite a bit of weight, so I think I might need to tighten the old belt, which feels good. But anyway, we're going to be doing more framing, more sheathing, lots of stuff today, so kind of give you some quick updates as we go through that. Oh my goodness, that freaked me out. The wind blew on the tarp out over all the stuff that we had delivered up here, and that scared me. I was like, what's behind me? Let's get to work. So it's the end of day 2 on the build, and you can see we have quite a bit accomplished. Got the back wall framed in. Sheathed in, and we've got the stairs all sheathed in here. We got this wall almost all the way sheathed in, and then we got the upstairs framing almost done. A little bit more to go to frame in. That's a big hole there on top is the window. Got lower frame to put in, upper frame to put in. All in all, it's really coming together nicely. Well, hey there, Mission Control. It is day 3 of the shop rebuild. It's another gorgeous day. Even yesterday I was able to take my stocking cap off, and if you don't know, I'm bald. So when I take my hat off, it gets cold. It gets cold. This big head releases a lot of heat. Speaking of big head, lots of things going through it lately. Lots of things happen in the world that are stressful and worrisome. That coronavirus has really got my wife and I watching it closely. We live out in a pretty beautiful spot, so I'm not really worried about the virus so much as I am worried about logistics. I did a post on that, just watching, kind of seeing how everything's going to work out. And the virus itself is like the flu, but it's more, it causes more severe cases, about 20% severe cases compared to like less than 5% I think for the flu. What that means is 20% of people, 1 out of every 4 people roughly, going to end up going to the hospital. And that's the issue. The system just can't handle that many people going to the hospital at one time. And this virus is more infectious. It's spreading faster. So, at least so far, that's what the numbers show. So it could change by the time this video gets up. Who knows? But it's making you think a lot and adds more stress to the plate. And stress is something that we deal with a lot here at The Real Martian because we risk everything, as you know. This project is stressful. There's good stress, there's bad stress. And right now I'm talking about the good kind of stress. It's like lifting weights, you know, it's stressful, it stresses your body, it hurts, it causes pain. But it's good for you, and you know it's good for you. That's what this part of the project is like. Stopping the build on LifePod 2 to get the shop all ready for the 3D printer is stressful. It makes you feel like you're not getting work done out there, which is the mission, because you're in here doing this. But we got to do this so that we can get the 3D printer in, and it'll also make everything that we have to do out there easier. We're spending a little bit of time now. What do they say? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So it's kind of that idea, right? Is while it is stressful, I'm not sleeping as well as I was before because it's like, okay, all I got to do is get up and go to work. Get up and go to work. I got to get this stuff done. So wake up early, get out here, get to work, get going. So anyway, a little bit of stress, but it's good stress. Let's get to work. right, well, we got 2 doors installed, the exterior door and the interior door. It's day 4 of the build, and it just keeps on keeping on. Some little things, the barn is crooked, the floor is crooked, things I did before is crooked. It's just a crooked kind of world, so we've been addressing a lot of those things, plumbing everything up as we go. Overall, very happy with how things have progressed, but like I said yesterday, it's just stressful because we got a lot of other stuff to do. But the first part of the 3D printer has arrived, and the second shipment comes in 2 shipments, is in customs, and I got all the documentation filled out, sent to them today, so we should get it next week, and we should be done with this probably early next week, I'd imagine. Hey there, Mission Control. It is day 5 of the build, and things are coming along really, really nicely. Got the window in, all the doors are in, and check this outside. We're fully sheathed on the outside here. Nice window there. We got another window to put up top. And upstairs, a lot darker now, but you can see we got a little bit more to do on the back side here. Yesterday, it was 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, it's 33 degrees Fahrenheit and snowing. And I'm inside of my nice shop, which if I had the heaters on right now, would be way warmer. It's warmer in here right now than it is outside. I don't have a thermometer, but you can feel it. Had to get the old Martian suit back out again. I don't think I'll be down in my skivvies today, like I have been in the last few days. Spring stopped and winter is back. Got a long list of stuff to do today, so I'm gonna get started on it. Lost quite a bit of weight. My old tool belt. It's made for a larger guy, like I used to be. It's a little hard to put it on these days and keep it from pulling your drawers down. I need to get one with suspenders on it. I've been using this one now for a few years, and there's some things, the hammers are on both sides, which is nice, but I've seen that the hammers on the back, which right now I just have a tape measure holder back there, but I like my tape here. Noticing I don't have enough small tool locations, and I always have an impact driver now, so that's taking up one whole pocket. So there's some things I'd like to do different, but I'd like some smaller, like put my level and everything out on the outside. I don't have all the spots for that, and I want them up front, not necessarily in the back. It's because you got a weird rotation with your arms. Anyway, belt things. I am definitely adding a new tool to the belt, and that is a 7-inch speed square. Now, I am not an expert at using a speed square, but when my neighbor Cody was over here and we had Ray, who is a carpenter, they were showing me how to use it and all the things it could be used for. This is definitely a must-have. You can use it for figuring out angles and of course getting your straight edge. You can also use it to set up your guide for your skill saw instead of that first start. When you're first going in, it's all a little wavy there. You can use this, keep your hands out of it. Looks like it comes with a book. I got the Swanson Made in America Speed Square. It comes with a manual here of how to use it. I'm gonna read that. Good toilet reading material right there. You know what I'm talking about. Don't laugh, you know. Don't pretend like you don't. Okay. In. Put it over here. That's another one. So like having a good spot for that, gotta do that. Anyway. Hey, if you guys got good recommendations for a belt with spenders and everything on it, put down in the comment section. See who has the most popular belt. If you see a belt already that's been added, don't add it again. Just give it a thumbs up. Let's see which belt has the most thumbs up at the end, and I'll see how much it costs. And if I can get it, we'll get it, because we got a lot more framing to do out in LifePod too. So be good. Good to see. All right, work time. This storm kind of came out of nowhere. For the last 2 weeks, I'd say, almost 3 weeks. Geez, it's been spring. Yesterday, it was 50 degrees Fahrenheit, beautiful sun, and then probably around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the winds started. Now, when winds start blowing around here, it means a weather change. But I ain't talking like, I'm talking like, big time wind, right? So we knew the weather was going to change. I thought it was just going to start raining. It's not raining, it's snowing. The forecast is for 70% chance mixed rain and snow. Right now it's about 33, 34 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's going to snow. It's really coming down. You might be asking yourself, how come I'm not moving everything inside? That's because the entire barn is filled with what was in the shop. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the plywood cut, get it up, and then I'll be able to close the door because everything's getting soaking wet and we still have a lot of inside work to do. Once we get the big stuff cut, we can actually move indoors and close the door, get the heater on, and have a nice warm dry shop, which is the whole point. Time to work. Hey, the Mission Control. Well, it is day 7 of the build, and I finally can say that I got all the big stuff done. It's actually time to start cleaning up. So before I get there, I wanted to take you on a quick tour of where we're at. Still got a little bit more to do. I'm downstairs in the lower shop. You can see all the walls now are all totally sheathed in. We got our 3D printer area here. Obviously, it's filled with tools right now. It needs to be clean, but the cement is turning gray, so that's a good thing. We're gonna have lots of shelving and everything here. 3D printer there. Tool chest there. Pegboard, little work table. Nice workbench here. This is our water access, and now it's all enclosed. Really nice, and it's got the hose heater on it, plugged in right here. Way nicer than what it was. So this little box will help keep it, excuse me, got sawdust. This little box will help keep it from freezing because the water for the animal goes up through there. So got that nice little door on there. The switches now, instead of just hanging loose, they're all tightened up. Coat hanger, phone holder, temporary. New door, way nicer. Another new door, and we got the window there. So now we're going to step out into the shop, which is still a mess. We got all this stuff we got to get put away. Window, got the upstory window all put in. The bench goes here. Lots of electrical. And then the back here, kind of messy. There it is, all enclosed. Nice stairs, Ray. And here we go. I got the far wall done and this wall done, but the wall here we don't have enough sheathing for, and we don't have enough sheathing there. This is all going to be storage, and I think right here I actually want to put a reloading bench. Look out here, window, see the horses, and then storage all the way back here. So there we go. A lot nicer than what it was. It's been 7 days since we started. I've only taken 1 day off. That was Sunday, and been working out here from morning till evening time. It's amazing. It's so much better than what it was. I know there's plenty of things that I could do better and I could do different, and maybe in the future we'll get to those. But right now, this is a 1000% upgrade from where it was at. Huge. And it couldn't come at a better time because the 3D printer just arrived yesterday. I'm a little behind like usual, but we got to get this thing all cleaned up. We got to start moving in. That's where we're at now. To start putting the 3D printer together, it came in 8 boxes, so that's going to take us a while. The pegboard's on the way. Thanks so much for following along, and thank you so much to Wrangler Star and Ray for getting us started on this. I also have a super helper who doesn't want to be put on YouTube, but you are awesome and you're helping make things go so much better. So thank you for your help. I'm going to stop this video. Next video, you're actually going to see the move-in, so stay tuned for that. I've got a lot of cleanup to do, so I'm going to get to that because that's no fun to put on YouTube. And we'll start getting stuff set up in here and then give you another view of the shop here in the next video. So thanks again, everyone, for following along. Don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and Instagram. And Patreon's great because we could use the help right now. And to everybody out there, just my prayers to you guys and your families. Stay safe. This virus is nothing to shake a stick at, so may God protect you and your family, and may you pray for ours and give us blessings as well. Thanks, everybody. This is Real Martian. Out.